Right, so coming back to this week's session, one other thing I'm grateful for is that the wonderful Gill Croft is joining us. And I mentioned in the newsletter that we sent out that I've known Gill for many, many years, and she helped me manage my stress when I started the business over 15 years ago. So Gill's a wonderful Shiatsu practitioner, and I'll never forget my first treatment with her. She gave me this like amazing Shiatsu treatment, and I felt this energy whooshing up and down my body. I'd never kind of felt anything like that before. And I was wondering what it was all about. I was a bit freaked out, to be honest. But then I slowly got used to that and just feeling so brilliant afterwards. That was like my first, I guess, acquaintance with the concept of energy in Chinese medicine. Gill would then come to our office and give us Qigong sessions every now and again to improve our energy. And Gill invited me recently to an online Qigong session that she was holding. And I remembered how wonderful her sessions were, to be honest, and how effective it all is. So she's with us today. So Gill, hello, welcome.
Hi Stella, hi everybody.
Hi, so lovely to see you. Yeah, it's a special treat to have you. Look, there's Victoria there as well. Do you remember Victoria? Saying hi. I wanted to just go through a few questions with you, Gill, before we start.
Yeah, of course.
And then we're going to go into a session with Gill. And then at the end, we'll do the usual. If you want to ask questions, put it into chat, and then Gill can answer them for us. So, Gill, can we start off? Just tell us a little bit about how long you've been teaching Qigong, and actually, why did you start? What took you to Qigong in the first place?
I was traveling in India a lot of years, and we ended up in Japan to make some money to carry on traveling. And a friend was teaching me in the mornings in the park some Tai Chi, and completely changed my dancing. I was like, oh good, this is really worth doing. Yeah, so that's how I first came to it, from dance. And yeah, on our honeymoon in Koh Phangan, there was a 10-day intensive Tai Chi training, which I did 4 hours a day. And again, that transformed again and again and again. Every time I came across Qigong, did the practice, my energy shifted. Everything started moving. Like you said about your first Shiatsu, it's internalizing. Yeah, it's being aware of how the body's working inside, as well as surface that we can see everything that's going on.
So I guess moving on from that, it's, you know, I say it as well, and lots of people say your energy is shifting. What exactly does that mean for people, so they can understand what I mean? Because we use those terms a lot in holistic health, and some people are like, what are you talking about? What is that? You know?
Yeah, thank you. Well, the reason we do Qigong is to get healthier, to work through blockages. And if that's emotional, mental, physical, it can manifest in any way. So imagine you've got a lung condition like long COVID, for example. Going to have to start treating the lungs and the kidneys that support the lungs in Chinese medicine theory, to really get the lungs back on track. Yeah. And the way we do that is by moving the body in a way that opens up the lung channels and the upper body, the chest, and opening the heart and lungs. Hope that answers that question.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. It's a good it's a good example of like how you can move the energy around through movement, and as you say, open up those channels.
Yeah.
So you are trained to teach Qigong therapeutically. What does that mean exactly?
Well, it means that really, that if someone comes with a problem, I can give them remedies.
You need. Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah. I've lost my screen, but I'm going to keep on chatting. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you. Yeah, we can see you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can no longer see the screen, but I'm going to keep chatting.
Can you hear me, Jill?
Yes. Ask me the question again. Sorry.
Yeah, when you teach therapeutically.
Oh yes. Okay.
What does that mean exactly?
Yeah, we call it medical Qigong, and it's like I was saying about the example of long COVID. If someone comes with a problem, I can build up a practice personally for that client to strengthen the organs. Yeah, through the exercises, through the breathing, through the attention to the exercises.
And is there a specific training for that, for you to teach kind of therapeutically? I just experience over the years that you've been doing.
One of the trainings I did was at Westminster University, which was called Qigong, or Qigong Tuina. So it's a physiotherapy Chinese style, but from a Qigong approach rather than a more mechanical approach. And that was amazing. So homework would be going to St. Paul's and Westminster and writing about the energy there, and what you felt and how it was, and where the blockages in the building were, a bit like, you know, geomancy, yeah, energy blockages and so on, which is similar to the blockages that happen in our own bodies, like ley lines in our bodies, the meridians that travel through the organs and out through the limbs. That's what we're working to smooth, to get the energy moving clearly through all the meridians or pathways.
Right. Very, very interesting. And it's a really accessible form of exercise for pretty much everyone, and especially older people, because I know you teach older people specifically, right? Because it's just easy movement. I know a lot of movement is not accessible if you've got injuries or whatever, or you're a bit stiff, but this is very accessible.
Yeah, we have a lot of folk in the class I've been teaching for 15 years with Open Age Charity for the over 50s, and some of them are in their 80s and 90s, and they may have done a Tai Chi form in their life, but can't remember the moves, and neither can I, and I'm not there yet. But it's appropriate because each class is complete. Yeah. And people can do it sitting down, standing up, or even laying down and imagining the movements. You still benefit from that, from the imagery and imagining the movements happening within your body. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's really interesting. That's like a real way out concept. But yeah. I once read this article which talked about a whole load of pianists who had been practicing in their mind. And then a whole load of other pianists who had been practicing physically, and the ones in their mind did just as well as those who were practicing. So that whole idea of imagining, if you can't do the movements, actually imagining the movements has a benefit. It's a bit surreal, but it's true.
It's true that healing Qigong forms work if you cannot physically do them. You just imagine them and they work beautifully. Really, really good. Seen it happen a lot. And people with all kinds of injuries, chronic illness, various abilities. So you saw at class the other night, we had someone in a wheelchair. The next day I had someone with Parkinson's. You know, we've got stroke survivors. We've got people at all different levels of wellness.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, and Parkinson's, I could imagine it'd be really good for Parkinson's.
Yeah. Interesting. You can see the shimmering and the shaking change during the time. Even if they can't stand up, they're still really benefiting from doing the upper body work.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, okay, we won't talk about it anymore. We'll do it now. So let's go into our session. Maybe we go for 40 minutes or so. Yeah.
Good? Can you give me 5 minutes when it's up?
Yeah. I will. I'll say 5 minutes.
Will you? Great, because I've lost my camera, but I can.
Okay.
And if you can see me.
Okay, perfect. I just want to say hi quickly to Steph Goodwin, our doctor, who's joined us for Qigong. So Steph, welcome, nice to see you.
Welcome everybody. So glad you've chosen to come this morning. Yeah, what a treat. How lovely. Thank you, Stella, for the invite. And yeah, lovely to reconnect and picture you in the sunshine out in Cyprus. Good. Okay, so you can either stand up or sit down. You benefit either way. Try and get your feet facing the ground, facing forwards, like on train tracks. Yeah, so the outside edge of your feet are parallel, if possible. Yeah, and then imagine you're sitting on the most comfortable Western style saddle that was ever created, personally for you. Okay, so you're very, very well centered, and you just tuck up the tail a little bit, open the back of the knees, which means bend them a little bit, open the front ankle, open the feet into the ground, and let your hands push down and follow the direction of the feet. So live roots planting deeply into the earth. Just hold that image for a little while. Tuck up the tail, protect your lower back, engage the pelvis, and breathe. Good. We always go to ground first. Yeah? Good. Tuck up the tail slightly and open the lumbar. So make sure that you're not letting your belly fall forwards. What we're hoping to do is smooth out this lumbar curve a little bit. Yeah? And allow the hands to float backwards, facing backwards like that, and the arms slightly away from the body. A bit like the shoulders of a bear, if you can imagine that. Yeah, good. Feet of a chicken. So the feet are ready. Yeah, they're springy, but rooted. Okay, good. So let your hands just roll a little bit. Open up the elbows, which connect with the knees very deeply. The ankles and the wrists are opening, and the shoulders and the hips are very much in communication as well. Good. Open under your armpits, so we're never clamping up into the body. Okay, lovely, good. All right, and then think about being a kid on a swing and you want to go higher. So you release your feet into the ground and your arms swing as a consequence of that. Good. Hopefully you can see my feet. I'll step back a little bit. Good. Let the arms swing loosely, free, and then reach up to the sky, rooting down through the feet. Keep the knees soft, but not collapsing. Good. Reach for the sky, drop the shoulders, lengthen through the fingers, the wrists, the elbows. Good. And then release. Slap. We slap, we benefit. It's like a self-massage, yeah? Release to ground, the arms rise on their own. Good. Lovely. Keep that going. So partly what we're doing here by pumping the muscles of the calves is generating a really good blood flow to the brain, preventing strokes and any clots, okay? Partly what we're doing here. Good. And release. Good. And then you can change that. One arm on top and then the other. Good. Keep going with the legs. And then one arm on top, then the other. And then slap the back or towards the back, up and over. Lovely. Keep breathing. Sometimes I'll direct your breathing or guide your breathing, and other times just keep on breathing naturally. Okay? Good. If you've got any injuries, be very aware. We never push to the end of any movement. Yeah? And stay within your own comfort zone. Okay? Got low blood pressure, I wouldn't recommend putting your head down and up again in one of the exercises we're going to be doing. I'll talk about that when we get there anyway. Good. So stay safe. When the arms are up, turn or spiral the hands towards the ground and paws just level with the horizon. Yeah, now reach out with your fingers, reach up with the back of the skull, reach under with the tail. Good, try not to lean back. Good, root in the ground and let the hands float back down again. Lovely. So it's a series of spirals and circles. Sink to ground, let the arms float up in front. Good. Spiral them out over the horizon. Good, lovely. So sink to rise, which means engage your feet, engage the legs, and the arms will rise without effort. Effortless action is the thing we want to achieve. Yes? Good. Okay, waggle out the wrists a little bit, waggle out the ankles. Maybe not if you've just had a knee operation, but you must stay in your own comfort and safety zone, all right? Good. Imagine you've got tail feathers. You can give them a shimmy like peacock. Yeah, there we go. Shake out, shimmy out, shiver out your tail feathers, your wrists. Good. Something a little bit more vigorous would be called throwing the flesh off the bones. So that's quite strong, yeah? Good. Shoulders, elbows, wrists, working all the way, all the time, pretty much that we're awake. So we want to give them a little bit of sweet exercise so things can start flowing in a comfortable and healthy way, yeah? So let's look at the wrists. Put your hands together and then roll them forwards, back to the hands together when the hands facing down, lifting up and around again. Good, give it a go. Drop the shoulders, lengthen up the back of the skull so that your neck is long. Don't lose your seat. Keep sitting down in the saddle. Good. And spin the hands the other way. Good, really get some movement in the wrist joints as much as is comfortable, okay? Good. And breathe, of course. Good. And you can feel this reflected down the front and up the back body, okay? Good. Pull up the perineum, mula bandha. Good. And spin the hands the other way again. Lovely, good. Okay, let that go. Now, turn the little finger to the front and the palms out to the sides. Good. So my hands are probably just forward of the center of my body, side body, yeah? Then I'm going to turn and spiral out through my thumb edge. Good. And then the other way again. So this is called spiraling, coiling Qigong. And it's just the beginning move. There's a whole form or style of this spiraling Qigong. So the legs will join in to a very subtle extent. Okay, you might even feel movement in the sacrum, the front pelvis, opening of the chest, the front shoulder, back chest, back shoulder. Good. And you can stay in any of the directions and feel how things are flowing. If you come across any pins and needles or pain, obviously you want to go the other way. Spiral out of that. Good. Don't let the arms behind you though. They're going to stay more or less alongside body. Yeah. Good. Engage the legs. Don't let the knees collapse. Now, without looking down, can you be aware that your knees are tracking the middle toes? Wiggle your toes and engage your knees to feel that rather than having to look down. Good. Plant your feet. So we're not on the toes, we're not on the heels, we're in the center, we're just forward of center of our feet. Okay? Rooting through all the way into the earth. Good. While staying warm. Good. Okay, so like I say, you can stay in this position. This really opens the neck, shoulder, jaw, elbow, wrist and fingers. Really, really lovely. Good. And the longer you stay, the more you'll feel things flowing out the baby finger, like a drain being turned on, yeah? Or opened up, flushed through. Straighten the legs through to the baby toe. Good. The other direction opens the lungs. Okay, so all the talk at the beginning about how we would benefit the lungs. This is one way that you can help benefit your lungs by keeping this whole area here open and circulating. You might even give it a little pat. Good. Close the hand for a good organ vibrational slap. Okay. Under the collarbone and between the ribs, we find two of the very strongest lung points or acupoints, where you'd have Shiatsu or Acupuncture or something going in there between the clavicle, between the collarbone and the first two ribs. Okay, midline, yeah, good. So this whole area is benefiting, opening, and the energy is circulating to really strengthen up the lungs. Okay, we really need to do that. So just have a little slap and off down the arm, squeeze out the thumb. Do that a few times, really helpful. Move the arm that's being slapped into position. Good, give it a shake and do the other arm, yeah? So taking the lung position here and then slapping out through where the skin might change colour if you had a tan or different shades of flesh, yeah? Good, out through the thumb, good. Let go, let go, let go, let go. All right, take all the fingers together and flick them out. The thumb on top, give a good flick. Good. All right, well done. Good. So slapping can happen anywhere. So on the head, I wouldn't slap my face so much, but under the skull's really, really good. Give it a go. See what you can get to. Top of the head, under the skull. We slap the back of the neck. Good. A nice one also is supporting one elbow and slap the other shoulder. So this arm, the sooner slapping, is being supported and stretched. Lovely. Get up under the shoulder, give it a stretch. Swap arms, have another little slap. Yeah, hopefully that feels good. Facing forward now, keeping the bowl of the belly level. Yeah, so not leaning around, but staying upright. Let the arms start to swing. And the wrists and hands are loose. You get a little wallop when they land. Good. This one, if it's slow, it's called Elephant Swings Her Trunk. So we've got a lot of animal references. So watching the way the animals move is very much part of the practice of Qigong. Okay, so we copy them, or copy parts of their movements. Good. Elephant swings her trunk. Yeah, you can slap the back of the pelvis, the side of the pelvis, even gently your kidneys. Yeah. Strengthening up your kidneys will help to support all the other organs and functions in the body. Mind, spirit, emotional body, all of it. Good. Kidneys underpin all the energy, the beginning and end of life in Chinese medicine theory. Good, certainly Qigong. Everything we can do will support the kidneys in Qigong, okay? You must keep your feet warm, ankles wrapped, belly wrapped in the winter. Support and protect the vital organs. Okay, going into the cold weather now. Lovely. Maybe try slapping a little higher. Good. There's lots of variations where you might spin on one heel, keeping the other knee open and the spine upright. Lots of different variations. Okay, if you know those, you're very welcome to go for them. If that's not your practice, then let's stay with this simple one, okay? Really important. Stay simple. Okay, good. So a series of spirals and circles. Yeah, good. Okay, the back foot, either foot, doesn't matter which one, turn it out to 30 degrees. The other foot steps easy forward. Yeah, so you've got nice space between the feet. The back foot is facing 30 degrees, the knee is open, and the front foot is far enough forward that you're not going to overreach with the knee. Okay? And upright spine, don't lean, but sit into each foot. Yeah? Shift the body weight from foot to foot. Maybe it's a spiral, maybe it's a circle, maybe it's simply backwards and forwards. Explore. Moving now really from the belly, okay? Good. You might put your hands on your tummy or just float them in front. That's very nice as well. But not by using your shoulders and your chin. Drop the chin under, drop the shoulders down. Lengthen up the back of the skull, open a crown to sky. Yeah? Try not to let the back leg collapse. And any time, don't wait for me, change feet. Back foot goes out at about 30 to 45 degrees, turn, and the front one is facing straight forward. Let the arms swing loose. Just be comfortable in your hips. This is really super good for lower back stuff. Really good. Hips and everything within the pelvis will benefit from the circulation, from the movement. So your mobility, your flexibility, your strength improve. Okay? Good. Okay. Change legs again and we'll bring the arms in. This is a really sweet one. So, let the arms sink to ground. Let the arms float up in front. Soften the wrists. Good. Shift your body weight to the back foot and gather to center. And then open the hands and push forwards. Like you're rolling through the waves. Really lovely exercise. You may need to step slightly further forward or wider in your stance. Explore. And as I say, change legs anytime. If you're sitting down, it's fine. Just use the arms. Good. Upright spine, nice and long. Tuck the tail. Protect the lower back. Bring up your perineum. Excellent. Good. And rolling. So we can stay really quite level with the heart, chest center, or we can expand. Yeah, so let the elbows be free and roll. Good. Like you're now within a wave. Good. Very nice. Stay within your own comfort, of course, and keep that back knee open, tracking the middle toes. And the front knee open, tracking the middle toes. Good. Anytime you want, change legs. Back foot angled out, front foot faces straight forward. Good. Tuck the chin under and roll. Good. Many, many exercises we can do in this stance. It's known as Bowman or Archer's stance. Yeah. Good. Really releases, engages, and energizes everything, especially from the waist down. Okay? Good. Off we go to Hawaii, the massive waves, Hawaii 5-0. And breathe. Good. So you can reflect rolling up the back body and down the front body. Good. And then you can go the other way, coming up the front body, down the back body. Internalizing and breathing. Good. Well done. Change legs. If your knees don't like this anymore, don't come into 1 foot forward. Do it from the regular easy stance that we started with both feet forward about hip width apart. Good. Opening the knees, tucking up the tail. Good. Very nice. Ah, lovely. If you happen to have close by a cushion or a book or a yoga foam block, something like that, just see if you can grab that and place it on top of your head. So come back to easy stance. The weight is equally distributed through both feet. Good. And we're centered and grounded. And all the joints are nice and open. Making space for more energy to start flowing through the body. Good. So we're not congested. We're decongesting. Good. See if with your cushion or your book or something on your head or an imaginary cushion, see if you can just walk around the room very slowly. Just let the foot glide very close to the earth. So shift the weight into one foot and step. Shift the weight through that one and step. Maybe bend the knees a bit more. Maybe open, spin on the heel as you step through. Yeah, do some circles. Walk around your room, your apartment, up and down the hall. Whenever you're feeling crumpled up, this will help, okay? It'll remind you to look forwards, not down, yeah? Back of the skull rises up. Good. Feet reach down. Lovely. Well done, everybody. Good. Enjoy. Why not? It reminds me a little bit, the more you bend your knees, reminds me of Yul Brynner in The King and I. Yeah? The dance scene where he's learning to waltz. Good. Open the feet. Use your hands as well if you want to. Think about now the energy between the hands. Yeah? It's this lovely connection. And the more we put our focus there, the stronger it will become. Okay? Drop the thumbs. Good. Think about what's happening between the hands. Good. Step forward, step back as we did before. Very nice. Lovely. Good. So Tai Chi is very much a dance, and it's a learned sequence that becomes seamless with practice. Okay? So a lot of the Qigong moves we do are also within the Tai Chi form. So some of them will be very familiar. Just put your aid down. Lovely. Drop the weight. So one which is very sweet is cloud hands. So if you put one hand above, one hand below, the upper hand is the cloud in the sky. The lower hand is the shadow. So they can only move as one, can't they? Good. And try and keep the hands level with your midline. Yeah? Midline. Here. Good. So, again, we're going to shift the body weight from foot to foot. You might even want to have a slightly wider stance. Open up your feet a little bit. And remember to keep one hand above the other. All right? This can change. So as you look to one side, you move to one side, change hands, move around, change hands. Try it. Use the legs, sit down, keep the knees open. Good. It's a very simple version, but it's a nice one for today. Try and keep the hands in front of the center line of the body. Good. Lovely. Good. So we're going to really build up this connection between the hands now. Whatever you do, think about that. Yeah? So whether you're driving or carrying the shopping from the market, whatever it is, you might be thinking focusing on the energy between each hand. Okay? Yeah, more energy aware. It's really good for your spatial awareness as well. We can do a little exercise for that called gathering Qi. So into the central mast, gather. Connection between the hands and the body, of course. Gather into the center, the belly. Good. From all around, gathering that which you need. Strengthening your energy field. Yeah. It's likened to the sails of a ship. Imagine you're on board a great yacht and the radio has announced a big storm coming. So you're going to have to get your sails down and your mast probably, but get the sails in first. Yeah. Wrap them back in. Tie them in. Yeah. Do this as well while you're walking. If you want to put your cushion back on your head, you can. Good. Really nice exercise. A little bit like walking down the street. And if you're feeling a little bit scattered or anxious, this is a really nice way to just recenter, gather in, okay, know where you are. And it is very good for your spatial awareness. Really lovely. And again, it's a spirally circling action. Yeah? Spiral hands as much as you want. Good, lovely. We're getting nice and mobile in our joints. Good. And getting the blood moving is really important. And we need a lot more energy sometimes to move that blood. Okay? So many reasons why we do Qigong. Basically health. It's also very meditative. Yeah? So there's a lot of stillness within. So you might come to this position and just hold for a while. Think about the energy between the hands and the body. Good. Remember your beginning posture, where the back skull rises, the tail tucks slightly under. We open up the lumbar curve and breathe in the belly. So let the belly rise and fall with the incoming and outgoing breath. Lovely. The joints are active but relaxed. Okay, it's not holding anything tight. And your arms are only up there because your legs are active and your feet are rooted. Okay? So root your feet, the arms rise without any effort at all. I think in Chinese they call that Wu Wei. Yeah? Effortless action. Good. Just internalize for a moment and realize that your shoulders are down, that your neck is long, your chest is soft, your belly is opening, front, sides, and back. Good. Whenever we smile, we get a real rush of endorphins. So I encourage you to smile as much as you can. It's almost like a civil duty these days, isn't it? If you haven't got a mask on, smile. Yeah. And even if you have a mask on, smile. If you're feeling to. Okay? Don't expect anything coming back. Just smile. It helps. Good. Good. So keep rooting to ground. If the arms start getting tired, remember your arms are up because your feet are down. Good. You can also breathe in, breathe out, let the arms to a lower position. Also very comfortable. Good. And you can turn the hands out as well. That's really good. Opening up different meridians, different channels that run through and through all the organs. Yeah. Depending on what position you put your hands and feet in, you can access various different meridians and organ health pathways. Yeah. Hope that makes sense. Good. Okay, so a little word about doing forward bends. If you are dizzy, low blood pressure, high blood pressure, or just not up for it, don't do it because we've got options, okay? But if you're going into a forward bend in this next style we're going to do, just make sure you've got enough room to go down and up, so you want your feet a bit wider. Bend the knees and let go. Like a rag doll, let go the upper body, let go the head, let go the arms, the shoulders. And then when you want to come up, squat, use the legs. Stack back up by pulling up the perineum, pulling up your tummy, protect the lower back, shoulders unfold, head comes up last. Okay, that's it. Okay, good. If you don't want to do a forward bend, don't worry. When our hands in this form come to here, we're going to root them down like we did right at the beginning. Root the hands down through the legs, chasing down through the legs into the earth below. Okay, really rooting down. Focus earth. And then when you're ready, come back up through the earth, through the feet, and back to your belly. You can do a bit of polishing if you like. Okay, good. So opening from here, think about the energy between the hands. Sit down, bend the knees, the arms will rise. Good. Open the hands towards your center and gather. Drop the elbows, open the hands and push forwards. Good. At the end of the movement, release your wrists, release your feet to ground, arms rise up. Good. You should feel a bit freer now. Spiral the hands towards the earth, over the horizon, down into the earth. Good. And either chase down the legs into the earth by pushing your hands down, or fold over into a forward bend. No pushing. Good. Squatting deeply, use your legs, plant your feet, and rise up slowly. Slowly, slowly. Good. And release. Good. If you're dizzy, just blink a lot. That usually helps. Okay. Again, so we're going to do this on the breath. Yeah. Breathe in. Gather. Breathing out. Push forwards. Breathing in. Opening, opening. Release. Breathe out. Hands in sky. Spiral. Breathing in. Breathing out. Release to earth, everybody. Good. Either root or folding over. Off you go. Now squat, prepare, and breathe out. Slowly rising. If you need to take an extra breath to come up, that's fine. Okay? Off we go. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Release to ground, breathing out. Spin the hands, breathing in. Release, breathing out. Good. This one is known as moon salutation. Breathing in. Have a breath while you're down. Breathe out, slowly standing. Restacking the legs, restacking the vertebra. Good. And ready again with the hands facing each other. Feeling this connection, yeah? Breathing in. Last one. Breathing out. To center. Gather. Open at lungs, push forwards. Breathing in. Release. Breathing out. Reach for the sky. Unfurl the hands. Breathing in. Release. Breathing out. Head pops up. Okay. Release to earth. Rooting. Breathe in. Take a breath while you're down. Let the head go. Squatting deeply. Engage the legs. Receive the forces of the earth through the feet, up through the body to bring you up to standing. Marvelous. Good. Have a little moment there. Breathe and reflect and enjoy. Wonderful. Very nice. So that's salute to the moon, or lunar salutation, in honor of the moon in her fullness on Monday. Good. And come back to what we were doing earlier, the opening and closing of the arms, the spiraling to the thumb edge and then the baby finger edge. Yeah, this is sometimes better than a massage because you're offering a blockage away through the meridian system, yeah, and through. So just follow through from the jaw, the neck, the shoulder, out, baby finger. And the other one, the jaw, neck, shoulder, out the elbow, finger out. Yeah, you can do that quickly or slowly. Yeah, you can turn the head as well if you want to. That's nice. Smoothing out, clearing out. Good. Whew. Flip the fingers. Good. Something else which on this level I think is really good. Just kick out your feet a moment. Wiggle out your bottom. Back to the tail feathers. Okay, take all your fingers and unfurl them. I'll come up towards the screen for this one. So you don't need to have your hands in front of your body. I'm just doing it to show you. Yeah, curling and uncurling, opening and closing all the fingers, the knuckles, and the webs, because that's where the goo sometimes collects and we want to clear that, yeah? So you're doing the same thing with your toes. You're unfurling, a bit like cooked noodles, yeah? Good. Very nice. So, I mean, I know it aches after a bit, but it's worth going through that ache with this particular exercise because it'll really free stuff up. Okay? Please do that. It's really useful. Yeah? Keep them open. Good.
Okay, Jill, I think we're a couple of minutes left.
Marvellous. Thought that was about now. Thank you very much, Stella. Super. So, kick the feet out. Lovely. So we'll just end with a bit of washing. All the way up and reach up and then wash through. Yeah, so it's like cleansing through any last dusty bits that need to clear out, back to earth, a bit like composting your autumn leaves. Yeah. If you want to, when the hands reach above the head, look up. Good. And then all the way down the front line. Lovely. If you want to do it on the side plane as well, breathe in, breathe out through the center line a few times. I always think this is like putting myself in a golden gyroscope of energy at the end of the practice, just bringing everything to center, a little bit of support from the image, the golden rings. I love that image, yeah, within a golden circle. Breathe in, up, breathe out, cleansing through. Good. Bring your hands on your tummy, left foot to right. Ladies have left on right, gentlemen right on left. And just squeeze your legs, squeeze everything within. Ooh. Know that you're back, really, really back in your body. If you've been meditating within the practice, come back to awake, open up the eyes. And thank you. Well done, everybody. Thanks for practicing together today.
Amazing. Thank you, Jill. Thank you so much. It was amazing. I've got to apologize. I don't know what's happened today with Zoom, but it seems like a lot of people were waiting to be let in, and then they miss the first 20 minutes. So I don't know. Yeah, there's me talking about how amazing Zoom is, and then today it all kind of falls apart. Oh, that should teach me. Anyway, we will, of course, send out the recording, and then everybody please be aware that if you go to our YouTube channel, they're all up there. So you will see it there too. And that will come on probably during the next week or so, but we'll send out the recording in the next 2-3 days, and then you can arrange that. Does anyone have any questions of Jill before? This is from Victoria.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the lineage of Qigong versus Tai Chi?
Tai Chi is relatively modern, actually. The Yang family short form is only a couple of hundred years old. The origins of Qigong predates history. So people say 4,000, 5,000 years. Yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting. I always thought Qigong was like an offshoot of Tai Chi, but it isn't. It's the other way around.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really...
Yeah, so Qigong is the root of all martial arts. And Tai Chi is a very soft martial art, mostly to benefit the internal organs, like we've been doing today. Yeah, it's amazing. We'll have more. Jill, so there's another question here from Geraldine. One question: I have knee pain and Tai Chi Qigong irritates my right knee. Any tips? Oh, okay. Don't bend so deeply. Make sure that it's tracking the middle toes, regardless of what angle your foot's at. Okay,
so just don't try and squat as
don't try and squat if you're in pain. That's really not a good idea. Yeah, stay right away from pain. We don't go into pain with Qigong. It's not a forceful action. Yeah, soft.
I always find that it's such a lovely form of exercise when you're feeling a little bit kind of low, or you don't have much energy. It's so gentle. I love that kind of gentility of the whole thing. It's so beautiful. It's these great comments that are coming through. Victoria says, supports your immune system, helped me during these past 3 months. Yeah, it is. It's a great it's a great form of exercise. On that note, I just want to share with you, maybe Jill, just tell everyone about your free classes over the next few days, and then I'll share the links in chat.
Thank you, Stella. Yeah, as a Thanksgiving offering, I wanted to offer a series of 10 classes, and we're halfway through at the moment, but there's 5 to go. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning, and Monday and Tuesday at 7 in the evening. Yeah, and they'll continue, but in a slightly different way. But at the moment, the next 5 classes are free for you to enjoy. Yeah. Okay, so
I'm just sharing on chat, everybody, because by the time we send out the newsletter and everything, it will be too late. So on chat, I've just put the first Zoom invitation, and that's for the mornings. And then I'll also share the evenings, the 7 p.m. evenings as well. So they will be on, I'll just share that to here, bear with me a second.
Come to as many as you wish, 1, 5, doesn't matter. Come whenever you've got time. They won't be recorded though, so it's just coming live and enjoying together with a big worldwide community, or a small worldwide community.
Well, you have people coming from all over the world, don't you?
Yeah.
When I was there, which
is nice. Yeah, people from my past, from 30 years back. Yeah. So I've been practicing 30 years, and I've been Shiatsu practitioner for 30 years.
Okay, so we put 20 years, but well, you know, you have to add another 10 years to your great experience there.
Yeah, I'm not very good with my biographies. They're all a bit.
It's okay. It's okay. I didn't want to. I thought it was longer, but I didn't want to make that assumption. No. So this, I've shared it all on Zoom. If you're interested in going, I'll leave this on for a little bit here. We won't switch off immediately. So you can just copy those down if you want to go to Jill's classes. And she's running them free ones for the next few days. And then I think you're going to continue with donation after that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I don't want to penalize anybody, but if some people want to make a donation, and I need to facilitate that. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and then just a couple of more comments here. I totally agree about the hands getting warm from the energy ball. It's so powerful, that is. It's amazing. So thank you for reminding us of that and bringing that back to us on this morning. And yeah, it's been wonderful to see you, Gill. Thank you for your time and for your expertise and all that great experience that you brought to us this morning. We will, I'm sure, have another session in the future. Is it good to drink water after Qigong, after Tai Chi? Yes.
Drink water, and all that lovely warmth and energy that you've been circulating, use it. Put it somewhere on your body that needs more attention. Do something beautiful and creative with that energy. Yeah, so that's another thing. Another reason you do Qigong is like the samurai folk, you know, they do a lot of Qigong as well as combat action. So yeah, keep the energy flowing and then use it. Yeah, or internalize it, send it into your heart and your belly and breathe. Okay.
Yeah,
and do lots of water. Yeah.
Wonderful. Lots of wonderful comments here, and how everyone's feeling so great. So thank you for bringing that to us. And we'll be in touch. We'll send the recording out again. Apologies to those of you who missed the first 20 minutes. I have no idea why, but we'll send the recording, and then we'll be in touch for the next session. So have a wonderful week ahead. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you all soon.
Lovely. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Stella.
Bye.